with Team Rapid Evo. Should be good. Jim and James from Team Rapid Evo, and how's it going, lads?
Good, yeah.
So far so good today?
Good, yeah, first time here. We just popped our cherry and done our first practice runs, and yeah, so we tiptoed up. It's absolutely awesome hill. But so steep compared to what we've looked on the videos and the in-car videos. It's done doing justice. It's really, really steep and more technical than I thought it would be. Okay, so what we have is a 98 Lancer Evo 5 GSR Shell, 10-point custom cages welded in roll cage. We received it in running order with a 2.3 stroker and a really new quake box. The car had been retired and it had been stood down for about 4 years. We took it on and brought it up to date over one winter, and then we've continued to do that with the development. So it now runs a Cybex S7 ECU, which looks after the gearbox control, launch, and obviously the engine parameters. We went over to core lock plug ignition M&W spark box. Did have a water to air intercooler system, which we just did away with. We got back to a Mitsubishi intercooler. Made some alterations to get our seat in because we're both quite tall, so we've now got a really good low seat position. We've recently just built the hydraulic handbrake setup purely for preload on launch. So we've now been working down to about a sort of sub 2 second, 1.84, 1.88, 64 foot is what we've achieved. Managed to preload that. Plumbed in fire system, which was already in it. We've ordered some tail switches, which gives a bit more adjustment. We are considering we are considering a pneumatic paddle shift, which is a thought which might happen before too long, not too sure. Other than that, changes we're making are just ongoing really as we go along. So yeah, we're doing all right. Car's good.
Right, so welcome to MTV Cribs with me and Jimbo. He's going to take us on a little tour of what's going on in the cockpit of his wagon. So take it away.
So here we go. Wave sequential shifter here, all the way up. Just like a motorcycle, all the way down. Got the hydraulic handbrake here to help with launches, so similarly to a rallycross car, we can preload the transmission and then let it go. I think Jim previously mentioned we've had a 1.88 64 foot, which is mega time for a car in this class. Other than that, usual race car stuff, master switch down here, ignition here, fuel pump, radiator, and that's not used anymore. That was for a charge cooler we used to run. Heat screen because we have no car heater, and obviously the racy single wiper. The extinguisher underneath Chris's legs here, and then we've also recently updated to a lightweight battery, saving us a few kilos. So that's our tour.
some idea of the gradient, the steepness. So that's the finish line. So this is back down the main straight. I've got to say it was quite a lot more forgiving than I thought. Walking through, it felt very bumpy. But coming back down, it's not too bad. So this is the last corner. But it's so steep, you don't realise how steep this circuit is. This is where I lost a lot of time. I braked way too early for this. If you come off of this corner and you just feel as if you need to stop, but you've got a lot of time. And back down, still falling. This is quicker. These corners coming up are a bit more deceiving than in as much as they think you feel like you're going to hit the wall, but they're actually a little bit softer. If you took the banks away, they would be just a regular normal corner, but because you've got the banks, it makes you think about it. Okay, and that's the fun back down to the start line there.
So this morning's runs are out the way. That's the practice ones. We're now going into this afternoon's timed runs. These are the ones that actually count. The practice runs this morning, if you did an epic time, it would be discarded because it's practice. But this afternoon is fully timed runs, so let's see what we can do.
So, what are your plans for the off-season, James?
So our plans for the winter are possibly looking at a drive-by-wire filter system.
Very interesting.
It is indeed. So that will allow us to do the auto blip on the way down. It'll also allow us to activate the anti-lag whilst running, which will give us the big gain coming out of the low-speed corners when the turbo's not boosting up. So other winter jobs, a bit of fabrication stuff, probably a splitter on the front end. And then maybe tidy up the flat floor and the diffuser that's already on it. Other than that, with time constraints, that'll probably be about it.
And when you get your big nice title sponsor, you'll do a full paint scheme.
Exactly, yeah. We're going to speak to the sponsors this winter and see if we can do some sort of painting. Obviously, his biggest sponsor, Chris Kusel.
Yeah. And where can they can reach you? On Instagram for sponsorship?
Yes, they can reach us on Instagram for sponsorship inquiries at Team Rapid Evo. Go and have a look, check it out. Might even follow you back.
If you're lucky enough.
If you're lucky enough. Here we are, timed run there for me, timed run there for Jim. He's done a 32.4, I've done a 32.45. That puts us second and third in class. First in class, 31.91, that's where we got to get.
So how far off are you?
Now you're making me do maths. 31.9, 32.4, half a second. We can do that.
I like your attitude.